Hey guys, what is up? I'm back with another video. Second video, hopefully is as good as the first one. Got an amazing response from all you guys. I'm glad I could live up to at least the minimum quality that is desired from a motor vlogger, especially since I'm a new one. So what's up? Many of you guys have requested I do a video on my bike. And oh, cock! I have no fuel. Cock. That's that. Okay. Many of you guys have requested I do a video on my bike and the mods and everything else. So this is my 2015 KTM RC390. It has completely stock suspension, completely stock weight, except for the license plate, the tail lights, and the, as you can see, the rearview mirrors. So to check where I'm going all the time. And I have a couple of mods to the engine, very basic. Stop fucking honking at me, you prick. Very few basic mods to the engine. Piggyback ECU to control fuel ignition and fuel timing and the amount of fuel basically. And I have a K&N KT1211 air filter, panel air filter. It's a replacement air filter for the KTM RC390 and KTM Duke 390, and I think the 200s as well. I'm not too sure about that, don't quote me on it. I'm using Moto 300V engine oil because everybody suggests I use it because it's the best protection for my engine, although I really don't like it because it makes the bike vibrate. I mean, I can feel the vibrations a lot. When I say a lot, I mean a lot of vibrations. Like everything from the handlebar to the foot pegs to my ass will be burning and vibrating because this oil just doesn't absorb any vibrations. I was running on Moto 7100 before 1550. That was a nice oil. That was very smooth oil. I don't know, but everybody says this is the best for the track and provides the best protection, so everybody can't be a fool, can they? Yeah, so a detailed review on the ECU. So after installing the piggyback up to about 4000 RPM, you can't really tell any difference because I don't know, it just makes no difference at all. I did the ECU first and then did the custom remap and air filter mod. So with just the ECU and what the stock map gives, it did provide a significant bump over stock, but it didn't. The stock map for the ECU, I mean the one that is supplied by the guys from Race Dynamics in Bangalore. You can get in touch with Karthik or Binoy from their Facebook page. The stock map they gave was a significant bump over stock, but not as much as I wanted because I'm really greedy and I need all the power I need. After that, we just did a custom remap on things, fitted an air filter, and the figures I shall keep undisclosed. There's a little mystery to it. But safe to say that from the 0 to 100 timings are about in the low 4s. I'd say about 4.2, 4.3. Just to be conservative, it could be a little bit faster. There is a video on my channel. I think it's called Painting the Town Orange. No, I don't think it's called Painting the Town Orange. It has drag race somewhere towards the end of it, and you can time the thing from 0 to all the way to 100 from the time it moves. So the ECU basically adjusted all the fueling, made the motor smooth. See, I can pull so smoothly from here and it doesn't vibrate, no lugging, no nothing. The ECU smooths out the fueling, throttle response and everything, and increases the red line by, I think, what's it now? About 1200, 1300. I have 11,800 RPM red line compared to the stock 10,500. And sometimes the ECU, I don't know if it's just my ECU or what's the deal with it, but sometimes if I stay a little too long in like the 10,000 RPM range, the engine will revert back to its stock cutout, like at 150 with this ECU. In 5th gear with this ECU, I should be able to do about 160, 162. The stock bike will do about 150. If I'm staying around the 10,000 RPM mark and I accelerate after a long time, it'll hit the 150 mark and just decelerate, which means it'll come back to the stock values. I don't know if it's a failsafe or it's just a fault with my piggyback, but it gets annoying once in a while, but it happens very rarely, so it's kind of like, yeah, just give it a second glance. You don't even give a shit about it. The red line. It makes a humongous difference on track. Don't think it'll make that much of a difference on the road, but when on track, if you're stuck in the middle of a corner and you have to shift gears in the stock bike, this one you have that extra half a second or 0.7 seconds to get out of the corner and shift when you're straightening up. I hate the GP shift pattern on my bike, on any bike actually for that matter. So it makes a huge difference. Look at this fucking mother joke. Oh my god. Nice helmet, dude. Ah! Something hit me. Yeah, so basically the ECU helps you on track more than it would help you. I mean, like, it'll obviously help you on the road, but like, it makes a huge difference to people who go to the track. Then the air filter. The air filter, I've gotten a stock replacement because I hear that bong, that, you know, that like wah 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 sound it makes when it's like that drone. It has a really sexy induction noise, the KT1211 390, but I really would not want that, and especially since I'm going for the sleeper look for the 390, it kind of defeats the purpose of my bike to wah all the fucking time. So got stock replacement filter, stock airbox, stock air tube, everything is stock on that front. And its own stock, it just goes significantly faster than stock. Yeah. I think the stock bike is about 5.5 seconds to 100. It's about a 1.3 seconds increase, decrease in timing. So it's just amazing value for money. I spent around like the underside of about 20 grand for this setup. No, not 20 grand. Maybe underside about 25,000 bucks for the setup, and can't be beat. I will probably go for an exhaust from Race Concepts. Joel in Race Concepts will keep his contact information in the description. He's done every single thing from all 3 bikes I've owned to the car I own. His shit is just top notch. I mean, he'll give you the lowdown. If something's wrong, he'll try his best to help you. But again, as I have to put a heavy disclaimer out there, you guys mess with your fucking bike and car and you expect stock reliability, don't. If you want power, you want power. If you want reliability, stay stock. Don't irritate people. And don't give us gyan about whether your bike, whether you know what's correct and it's best to stick to stock. If you think it's best to stick to stock, you stick to stock. But don't tell us it's best to stick to stock. We know what's best for us. Suspension. Yes, the suspension, I have tightened it all the way. All the way means I think there's just about 1 spot left on the preload for the rear. I don't know if it's preload or what it's called, but it's just that adjustment, that 7-step or 8-step adjustment. I've tightened it all the way because I'm heavy as hell, and on the track all I do is just bounce and wobble all over the place. But you know, what can you do? Budget bike, budget parts. Got all of that shit down. That's about it. That's my bike. Future mods will be an exhaust and headwork for sure. Headwork will be there definitely. Like, I need headwork. Headwork is big. Alright, so since I've done a Paka review and explanation on my bike, let me do one on the performance mods. A piggyback ECU is basically a modular unit that fits. A piggyback ECU is basically a modular unit that fits in between your vehicle's stock fuel injectors and stock ignition coil to provide you with altered fuel timing, altered ignition timing, and altered fuel amount. Like you can tune your AFR and your ignition timing with this module that I have. It's called the Powertronic by Race Dynamics. Make it for a whole host of Indian bikes, especially even Royal Enfield 500s, which is quite good considering the Royal Enfield has complete cock fueling. It alters your AFR, controls your ignition timing, and you can practically do everything you want with it. It makes whatever You can iron out any problems and any power delivery issues you have with the bike. It increases your red line. I think you can increase it as much as you want, but I would safely say just about a 10% increase is good enough. So about 1000 to 1300 RPM increase in red line is safe, so that you don't float your valves, you don't, basically screw your engine up beyond repair. Yeah, that's about it. You can pull it off when you have to give it for service, so it doesn't affect your, the guys won't know it's affected your warranty. And basically it's the best 15 grand you can spend on this bike. Honestly, that is the best 15,000 rupees you can spend on it, other than tires. Good set of tires, Powertronic ECU, and the K&N air filter. The K&N air filter. Huge myths surrounding this one. This is a big one. So basically, everybody in India just puts a K&N air filter for that, like really loud booming sound, and then like most of these small bikes really don't go anywhere, so it's kind of comical. I'm not kidding. I used to have one of my R15. It used to be damn good. It used to sound damn good. But on a small bike like this, with a fixed ECU like the R15, which cannot compensate for changes in AFR, you will invariably end up completely screwing everything up by running it lean. That's the only reason why the air filters are bad for your bike. If you can get your bike tuned to the new AFR, your bike will be absolutely fine. Please understand that. Not saying that you'll get a humongous, 30 horsepower increase in power with just one air filter, but if you tune it right, nothing can go wrong. It could go wrong because it allows slightly more air in, which invariably means it allows slightly more dust in than the stock filter. But in your quest for power, if you want power, you gotta get with the little mods too. And every little bit helps when you get. See, with just the ECU, we had X amount of horsepower. And once we added the air filter, we had X plus 0.9 amount of horsepower. So it makes a big difference, almost a horsepower difference on a bike like this, which produces 44 at the tank from the showroom. So if you do the rough math, that's probably about a 0.2 or 0.1 increase on a smaller 150cc bike that has like 17, the R15 that has like 17 horsepower from factory. Just to give you some figures, the stock RC390 dynos in Bangalore at about 36.69 horsepower, and the stock R15 dynos in Bangalore, I think, I don't know, I'm going to want to say 12, but I don't know, I'm inkling towards the 10 horsepower side. At the rear wheel, my guys, mind you. And the Royal Enfield 500, shocker, 29 bhp, dynos at a staggering 16 horsepower. So basically there's freaking 13% transmission loss in the Royal Enfield. It's like 40%. That is appallingly bad. That's crap. That's really bad. So yeah, I guess it's just time for the beauty shots now after this. Thanks guys for watching the video. Leave your comments in the comment section. Give me the feedback. Tell me what you guys want me to do next. I'll be happy to do it. Peace out.